Okay, hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Min bin Kamaruda and my matrix number is B0620100066. Today I want to present my part that is introduction. The background of the crisis, coronavirus disease is an infection disease caused by the virus SARS-CoV-2. Most people affected with the virus have mild to moderate respiratory illness and recover without needing special treatment. Next, for the first known infection with the SARS-CoV-2 discovered in Wuhan City, China. The original source of the pathogen before or after the spillover event. It began in December 2019. The World Health Organization WHO declared an international health emergency on January 30, 2020 and a pandemic on March 11, 2020. Several variants of the virus emerged, most notably Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, and Omicron. By December 60, 2021, more than 272 million cases and 5.33 million deaths were confirmed, making the pandemic one of the deadliest in history. It almost may affect organization day-to-day activity, human and economy of country affected. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Shahmi bin Ahmad Razauddin, and today I'm going to talk about the importance of innovations and managing change. So the importance of innovations are it adds value, it enhances our freedom and creativity, it has a longer sustainability, and it has become the basis of a global competitiveness. So as we can see, many companies want to become the benchmark of their market, right? But not many companies have the willingness to change, to adapt, to innovate. For example, like Nokia, we know about their durability, about their reliability, but because of they cannot accept the changes of the technology, they are falling behind. Unlike Apple accept the innovations and they make it the new technology. And now Apple has become the benchmark of their own market. And fun thing about Apple doesn't need any company to merge the acquisition, because the power of innovations, they can make their product by their own. Their screens, their processing, their operating system, and so on. So now we are talking about the managing change, the importance of it. So the importance of managing change is adaptability and achieve goals, because as we can see in any business or in any technology, we know that it is a fast cycle. It keep on moving. People demands more, people demands other things. So without managing change or understand the goals of the consumer, it's hard for the company to become the company that can sustain longer. And another thing is, with managing change, it can develop our self-development and gain more expert. For example, like Henry Ford. Henry Ford make one employee to master 2 departments or more, so that they know and understand about other things. And if another department fall apart, another department can cover up and the process will not stop. So now let's talk about the changes in management innovations. The idea, for example, like when Tony Fernandez faces a crisis, especially during pandemic. So during pandemic, we cannot travel. So what does Tony Fernandez plan to do so that the business doesn't fall down? So Tony Fernandez plans to make the employee to work in another company that the AirAsia cooperated with. So because of the employee has the adaptability, have the skills, have the experts, so it's not easy for them to lose money and they have a longer sustainability.
Hi, I'm Aizul Izwan. My metric number B0620100214. We'll continue the presentation. Opportunities for improvement exist in every company, in every job, in every workflow. Organizations that organize, respect, and engage their entire workforce in identifying those opportunities work to create a culture of continuous improvement. Then, by engaging frontline workers in improvement efforts, organizations are able to improve on more granular level than invisible to managers and senior leaders. Continuous improvement software is used to capture opportunities for improvement from frontline staff in their daily work, as well as improvement that are a part of larger strategic projects and rapid improvement events. Innovation and improvement approaches can be useful in the implementation of strategic planning goals and strategies. It is important that those in the organization view improvement and innovation as approaches to move the organization from where it is to where it wants to be. They provide opportunities for the staff to study and train for further personal and professional development and improvement. To successfully build a culture for continuous improvement and innovation initiatives, people in the organization need to be engaged and part of the process. As I have identified in SWOT analysis, the weakness of the organization is more on the people of the organization, such as shortage of staff, manager turnover, lack of motivation, and financial constraints. After that, it is important to ensure that the teams have three factors: knowledge, skill, and motivation to be the most efficient and the best that they can be for the organization. Knowledge and skill is improve performance by conducting training for each member of staff with the competency that they need to have and achieve. Therefore, keep them updated to the latest training course and accreditation available if needed. Motivating staff is more difficult because everyone is motivated by different things. Some are motivated not only by personal gain, but also by feeling part of the team and contributing to its goal. By having more efficient teams is likely to have a more efficient output of the business as a whole.
Assalamualaikum to Madam Ratna and hi everyone. Today I will make presentation about 2.3. A range of techniques are used to generate innovative option to deliver the improvement identified, and 2.4 is about option for generating the proposed improvement evaluated to determine feasibility and viability. So first I will present about 2.3. As we know that change is needed in the organization, so we choose SWOT analysis to plan and develop the strategy in the improvement of an organization. Then some method I found that also can use in the improvement of organization, like Yat and Chrissy 2012. One of the method that would address both the technical aspects of improving business performance as well as the psychological aspect of managing a change. Then on the cultural change, we must consider about the stakeholders. We must put ourselves in the stakeholder situation, how they want to make the improvement. So the first, the good of health is most important during this crisis, and also quarters as the model can use in the improvement. Lastly, the organization also must recreating a new workspace and organizational culture, since the office structure will be changed due to physical distancing norm. Next, 2.4 is about option for generating the proposed improvement are evaluated to determine feasibility and viability. We know because of this COVID-19, some of the business activities do not operate at a normal level. Then when the improvements is happen, manager have to take their responsibility to monitoring, controlling, reporting, maintaining, and disciplining their people at the workplace. Then organizations also must focus on employee well-being and safety, because now the health is very important, so that the operation will not be affected because of the health problem that faced by the workers. Lastly, management also have to focus on consistent communication, coaching, training, and enabling employees to learn how to adapt a new way of working because of this pandemic today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nurdiana Sarina binti Abdullah. My metric number is B0620101138. I will continue the presentation for the part number 4. I will continue the presentation for the part Change Management Plan that is designed to meet stakeholder expectation. Organizational change management is a critical tool for firms to use in managing the shift, allowing people to adjust to the new normal. Hence, organizations must focus on employee well-being and safety to meet the stakeholders' expectation. The manager is in charge of managing stakeholder expectations, resolving conflicts, discovering and overcoming any difficulties that arise throughout the course of the project. To gather input and update project documentation, the procedure is mainly based on holding communication and accepting change requests. The change management plan is implemented, monitoring progress against agreed targets. Firstly, reimagine work practice. Organizations now have the opportunity to reimagine and strategize processes in order to clearly identify the parts of the process that truly require in-person presence, such as an initial planning workshop that may require limited duration office presence but can be completed remotely via digital platforms. Next, reskill the workforce. It is the organization's primary obligation to teach, coach, and inspire people to adjust to remote working, understand the company culture, and align with the organization's goal. Lastly, reconstruct the workplace and the organizational culture. To create progressive work culture, organizations should implement best business practices in collaboration, flexibility, inclusiveness, and responsibility. This will need a substantial amount of soft skills and training, as well as people-centered solutions. Thank you.